Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video where the galaxy continues to be scourged by the Pretheran Scourge. A fallen empire formerly known as the Vanokan Conservators has awakened. They are now called the Vanokan Regulators, and they are encouraging all the other empires to put aside their differences and join forces against this common enemy. Unfortunately, not every empire is complying with that request, most notably the Derp Coalition. But I'm trying to do what I can do. My empire is pretty small, so I can't build very much of a fleet, but I have built a fleet, and I am sending it into Scourge space. And I will try to damage their war effort if I can. Unfortunately, this system does not appear to have anything in it that would impact their war effort.
Situation log updated.
It looks like it's basically a defensive point that they have fortified, which is pretty smart for the AI, I would say. It's a good tactical decision, so that's cool. I always like to see good AI. And I'm losing a few ships, but overall we're doing okay here. These ship designs are not designed specifically for the Scourge. I designed them to go against the Derp. So when this fleet gets wiped out, which it definitely will, I will look at the after combat stats at that point and redesign my ships accordingly. But for now, let's move on to another system. Wait a minute. Another fleet is warping in. A Scourge fleet has warped in. They are numerically stronger than I am by a little bit, but it appears that their number is dropping faster than mine. So that's good news. Unfortunately, this is probably the smallest fleet that I've seen the Scourge using. So I probably got very lucky here that this tiny fleet warped in against me. But whatever, a victory's a victory. I'm happy to see it. Unfortunately, the party is over because a more normal-sized Scourge fleet has warped in, and they will make quick work of my fleet here. But it was a valiant effort.
Fleet destroyed. Situation log updated.
And now I'll take a look at those stats and redesign my ships accordingly, but it's going to take a while to rebuild my fleet. So all I can do is kind of watch this map and maybe do some micromanaging on my planets. But we are rebuilding our fleet. We will go back into Scourge space eventually. But in the year 2426, the League of Valsho declared war on the Jibru Star Dynasty. So there you can see we can't get along with each other. So how can we possibly defeat the Scourge? We need to team up. And about a year later, the Jibru Star Dynasty is no more. Whether they were wiped out by the Valsho or the Scourge, I don't know. The Scourge have now established a foothold closer to my space, which is disturbing. But I noticed that the Ugarlak Ancients, who are another fallen empire, they apparently have decided to become involved in all of this conflict, finally. And they've got a fleet of 106K, which is larger than anything I've seen the Scourge roll around with. And they've got a bunch of transport ships following their fleet, and so it appears that they are headed over toward this planet. The Scourge has occupied this planet. So it looks like the Ugarlaks are going to try and get it back. So this is encouraging. I'm encouraged by this. The problem is the Scourge have a bunch of 60K fleets rolling around. So even though this fleet is bigger than any of theirs, they'll definitely retaliate and have greater numbers. And speak of the devil, two 60K fleets have just warped in. So this is about 120K versus 106K. So let's see how the Ugarlaks do in this fight here. So far so good. The Scourge numbers are dropping and the Ugarlak number is staying the same so far. So I'm definitely at least a little bit encouraged by this. Maybe our galaxy will not be devoured. Just maybe. But now the Ugarlak number is starting to drop. But they're doing okay. One Scourge fleet is down to about 39K. The other one's at about 53K. The Ugarlak is still at about 96K right there. So this is definitely encouraging as long as the Ugarlak stay involved, stay interested. But another Scourge fleet has shown up. I started to say derp because I'm so used to the derp being a problem for me. Another Scourge fleet has shown up, another 62K fleet or thereabouts. But the Ugarlak are hanging in there, and they're still winning, it appears. They've got one fleet down to about 20K. And I think they could win this battle. The Ugarlak still have about 73K. They've got one Scourge fleet at about 18K, one at about 24K. The latest Scourge fleet is at about 38K. So they could win this. But unfortunately, another 63K fleet has warped in. The Ugarlak have fled. And then another 63K fleet has warped in. So that's what I was talking about. The Scourge have lots of these fleets of this size kind of roaming around. And now these are, I guess, back to the front lines, and they will continue their scourging ways. So that was a little bit encouraging, but still kind of disturbing at the same time. We are rebuilding our fleet. We will go back into battle. The Scourge have established a foothold closer to our space, so I'm disturbed by that. But I'm glad to see that another fallen empire has gotten involved. We're going to leave off here for now. We'll see what happens in the next video. But thanks for watching.